我所有的行李。本来是打算今天早上坐飞机去台湾，然后正式搬家搬到台湾去，那边开始在那边长期生活，非常期待。没有想到，八字还没一撇，我已经被拒了。美国时间3月11号的早上，前往洛杉矶国际机场准备飞往台湾的我，只买了单程机票。因为终于申请到了当地的就业金卡，所以我打算正式搬到台湾，去熟悉和探索这个我一直向往的国家。在出发前，我花了1个月的时间打包好我所有的行李，卖掉了我的车和这些年跟我走南闯北的拍摄设备，处理好了我在美国的各项事务，终止了与公寓的合约，跟我的朋友和家人一一告别。告诉他们，在阔别中文环境的6年后，我终于要去到台湾，开启一段全新的旅程。最终，我拖着几个巨大的行李箱，满怀着对未来的憧憬进入机场。工作人员扫描了我的护照之后，告诉我，sorry, the holder of this passport is not allowed in Taiwan。那一刻，我的梦碎了。But let's go back to when this dream started, OK? 2023年底，我和很多关注台海议题、热爱民主的人一样，对于那场即将发生在中文国家的民主选举有很大的热情和好奇，所以决定前往台湾进行观选。And like a child going to Disney, I was just ready to soak it up, the energy of a Chinese-speaking democracy. And better yet, this time, my parents were going to join me as we traveled the country hiking, eating, singing karaoke, smoking Cuban cigars, and connecting with Taiwanese people. It was wonderful. It was like the best experience of my life. On my parents last night, my dad looked at me and he said, "Son, I think you should move here." And I said, "Dad, you know what? I think I should too." You guys got to understand, by the time I went to Taiwan, I was already fluent in Chinese. So despite not knowing shit about the place, I could quickly feel how special it was, how special the people were, and how precious its existence is with an ever-growing, authoritarian behemoth monopolizing Mandarin discourse around the world. So for me, moving to Taiwan meant using the language that I've dedicated my life to learning in order to connect, to learn, and to love. 但是那个时候，我和我爸爸都还不知道，这个美好的愿景在它萌发之前就已经埋下了破灭的种子，那就是王志安夜夜秀言论惹争议的后续发酵。台湾内政部移民署在2024年的1月24号，以从事与许可目的不符的活动为由，宣布废止王志安的入境许可，并禁止他在未来5年内前往台湾。这个与许可目的不符的活动，自然就是指他用旅行观光签证来台湾上节目。那段时间，我也受邀参加了几档台湾的政论节目，所以王志安事件之后，我也在各个社交媒体平台收到大家对于我上节目的质疑，认为我应当受到和王志安同样的限制入境惩罚，甚至被看作成民进党选择性执法或者执法不公正的象征。首先，我一直认为我和王志安的情况并不可以被一概而论，因为他来自中国大陆，而我来自美国。大陆居民来台的活动一直受到管制，台湾移民署也有关于陆客来台旅行不得从事的活动说明，其中就包括不得接受媒体邀请、上电视节目发表意见。而我则是持免签国护照入境，在台湾外交部的官网上有写到，对于免签国家观光、探亲、社会访问、商务参展、考察、国际交流等无需申请许可。这些表述都非常的泛化，没有明晰的界定，加上当时周围人对此应允的态度，让我不仅以为被邀请上节目发表看法是属于国际交流的一种形式，也很无知的接受了很小额的补贴费用，所谓的车马费。结果就是我被检举了，而最终劳动局是以我在台期间非法劳动为由，拒绝我入境台湾。And you know what? I respect the law. Okay, I admit it. I'm a fool. I blindly accepted the legal interpretations of non-legal professionals, okay? I was one Google away from knowing the gray area that exists around this issue, from keeping my future dreams alive instead of casually just tossing them away. I'm a fool, and I admit that. Okay, I know the idea that is every other foreigner that's been interviewed and accepted an expense subsidy without a working visa, barred from entry, that's illogical. But I still can't help and wonder, how much money constitutes as a subsidy? I mean, how much is a salary? Okay, because I don't remember the exact number I got, but it wasn't a lot. over 3 days, maybe $160. Like, dude, $55-$60 for a day. My Uber to the airport that morning was $87. You think I'm willing to throw away my Taiwanese dream because I want $60? Bro, if money was my goal, I'd be shilling for the CCP making millions already. Whatever, I fucked up. Okay, I'm an adult. It's all on me, and I accept that. And I'll regret that decision till the day I die. 但同时，截止至今，我都还没有收到任何来自台湾有关部门的书面或者邮件的正式通知。我不知道这个限入令是何时发布、何时生效的，也不知道我被限制入境的具体时长。我其实能理解政府部门的通知不及时，或者政府部门觉得没有义务去公告。但这件事情的矛盾点就在于，在这样的情况下，我依然通过了就业金卡的申请。而他的申请又需要经由台湾的4个主管机构进行联合审查，其中就包括劳动部和移民署。为什么在黄金卡的审核过程中，这些审查机构都没有发现任何问题？我提交申请的日期是2024年11月14号，在2025年2月5号的时候，我收到了金卡部门的邮件通知我拿着护照去台湾外交部驻外管处报到，需要对我的护照进行最后的校验。邮件里写道，如果护照校验顺利，移民署将会做最后复审，并且印制就业金卡。我当时正在新英格兰的父母家躲避洛杉矶山火过后的灰烬和水源污染问题。收到邮件后，我立刻订了回洛杉矶的机票，一下飞机就前往驻外管处报到。我是那天他们接待的最后一位来访者，我当时觉得自己非常的幸运。他们收走了我的护照原件，给了我一个日期，让我届时来取护照。2月23号，我收到邮件，恭喜我审核通过，并且金卡已经制作完成。所以我怎么也不会想到，我到机场的那个 check in your luggage place 的 front 前台，我才会从那些工作人员的转述中得知，the person that holds this passport is not allowed in Taiwan。没有任何的解释，没有任何的说明，就这样拒绝入境，连一份邮件通知都没有。我觉得这个真的很残忍，真的很残忍。我可以接受由于我自己的无知和疏忽带来的惩罚，但同样我也希望能够有一个官方的说明或者公告，起码让我知道我被限制入境的期限。这就是为什么我想做这期影片，同时也是为了给那些期待我到台湾去的观众们一个交代。Because I wanted to be a part of Taiwanese history, and I wanted it to be like a bridge in a worsening geopolitical environment. I believe I can, but here's the thing, y'all. I'm not trying to make you scared, but I'm legitimately worried about Taiwan. 在我处理搬家事务的那段时间，我二手卖掉了很多家具。在这个过程中，有2个人。他们知道我要去台湾之后，他们都表现出了担忧，甚至我的牙医，他在听到我要搬去台湾时，他第一反应就是，hope it's gonna be okay。我自己的家人和朋友们都有类似的反应。那么当然，他们是普通的美国人，对于台湾和两岸关系的认知也非常有限。但是我们都不是纯理性的动物 ，OK？ I'd be lying to you if I said it doesn't affect me. It does. It does.And I've said this over and over again, especially during my election stream. The thing that scares me most about Trump's return, it's not the shitstorm that's going on here. Okay, it's the nightmare that could happen there. It's America abandoning its allies. It's Trump destroying the alliances my forefathers, including my grandfather, shed blood to build. It's isolationism. It's Xi Jinping.OK， 你可以说我这些都是妄想或者自负，但是我是真的相信，如果我能有机会更好的了解台湾，我就可以切实的帮到台湾，不论是让更多西方人开始关注和在意台湾，还是帮助更多人抵抗中共的认知战。我创作艺术，虽然这可能听起来比较但是我一直坚信好的艺术可以突破语言和文化的壁垒。我有一些作品可能做得不够出色，但是也有不少好的作品能够激起人们的共鸣和思考。
在全世界都沉迷于 TikTok 的奶头乐中时，艺术可能是为数不多还能够改变人们观念的媒介之一。And that was my goal. That was, and it still is, how I perceive meaning and value in my life. That's why this is the most devastating thing that I've ever had to deal with in my adult life. Like, I knew I was going to get banned from China. That was my choice. But this blindsided me. I'm not going to stop making content, and I'm not going to stop trying to help Taiwan in any way I can. It's just going to have to be outside of Taiwan. 谢谢大家，我是乐乐法力。